Some of Hollywood's most iconic couples started their love stories on set, where on-screen chemistry turned into real-life romance. Can you believe how many of these stars found love in the middle of intense filming? From steamy set moments to secret relationships, these couples became famous for more than just their acting. Here is the list of actors who fell in love with their co-stars. 10. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
That's really cool.
At just 23 and 34 at the time, Blake and Ryan connected with the theme of courage in the movie, their own tested on set.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are that rare Hollywood couple who make love, laughs, and parenting for kids look almost too easy. Their story kicked off back in 2010 while filming Green Lantern. Not exactly a box office hit, but something way more important happened. They became really good friends. Back then, Blake was dating Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley, and Ryan was still married to Scarlett Johansson. They'd joke around, hang out, and share laughs, like old buddies. It wasn't until a year later that something shifted. Soon enough, their friendship turned into a full-blown romance. In 2012, they got married in a private ceremony, and since then, they've had 4 kids: James, Inez, Betty, and Olin. Ryan once said he realized Blake was the one during a simple dance at a restaurant. And honestly, who doesn't love that kind of romantic movie moment in real life? 9. Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem.
He and Javier first met in 1992 while filming the Spanish comedy drama Jamón Jamón. They instantly fell for each other.
Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem first crossed paths in 1992 on the set of Jamón Jamón. They played passionate lovers, but in real life, there was no romance. Yet. Fast forward to 2007, when they reunited for Woody Allen's Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Playing ex-lovers Juan Antonio and Maria Elena, their on-screen chemistry was electric, and this time, it spilled over into real life. Penelope and Javier kept their romance under wraps, avoiding red carpets together and dodging paparazzi. In July 2010, they surprised fans by marrying in a private ceremony in the Bahamas, with only close family present. They welcomed 2 children, Leo and Luna, and have since built a life split between Madrid and Los Angeles. Both fiercely private, they rarely discuss their relationship, but Javier once gushed, "Penelope is my best friend and my love. I'm lucky." 8. Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes.
But I have to kind of chew it up for him.
Chew up his apple.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes are one of those couples who make staying out of the spotlight look cool and classy. They first met in 2011 while filming The Place Beyond the Pines. In the movie, they played a complicated couple, but off-camera, the connection was way more genuine. Ryan actually helped get Eva cast in the film because he thought she was perfect for the part. Pretty smooth, right? While shooting in a small town in upstate New York, they started spending time together. Quiet walks, chill late-night drives, and lots of chats about old movies they both loved. Eva later shared that Ryan's kindness really stood out. He'd show up with coffee for the entire crew during freezing mornings. That kind of sweet gesture? Total green flag. By the end of filming, the spark had turned into something serious, but instead of going big with public appearances, they went quiet. They've since had 2 daughters, Esmeralda and Amalia, and Eva took a step back from acting to focus on their family and her fashion work. During an awards show, he once gave her a shout-out for holding everything down at home, while he was singing and dancing. 7. Kit Harington and Rose Leslie.
I met my wife in this show, so...
Kit Harington and Rose Leslie's love story could honestly be its own show. They met in 2011 on the icy set of Game of Thrones, where they played Jon Snow and Ygritte, a wildling and a warrior whose love story made fans swoon. Turns out their on-screen spark was the real deal. Shooting in Iceland meant long hours in freezing cold, and the cast would huddle together in tents between takes just to stay warm. They kept their relationship under wraps at first to avoid the media circus, but by 2016, they made things official and started showing up together at events. Fans loved seeing them look so happy off-screen, especially after all the drama their characters went through on the show. In 2018, they got married at Rose's real-life family castle in Scotland, and several of their Thrones co-stars showed up to celebrate. Since then, they've had 2 kids, a son in 2021 and a daughter in 2023, and they've settled into a more peaceful life in the English countryside. 6. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Don't share a bathroom is a great
That's my best
tip.
advice.
Laugh. If they stop making you laugh, then your days are numbered.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. are a total throwback dream couple who've stood the test of time. They first crossed paths back in 1997 while filming the thriller I Know What You Did Last Summer. They didn't fall in love right away. It wasn't until 3 years later, while working on Scooby-Doo, that things started heating up. Playing Daphne and Fred might have been silly on screen, but behind the scenes, sparks were flying. Freddie once joked that their first date was at a really bad sushi place, but Sarah still gave him another shot. Clearly, it worked out. They got engaged in 2001 and had a colorful wedding in Mexico the following year, complete with mariachi music and beach vibes. Over time, they added 2 adorable kids to their crew, daughter Charlotte and son Rocky. Sarah once said, "Freddie's my biggest supporter, and I'm his." 5. Channing Tatum and Jenna Duan.
Championship couple and future Hall of Famers of Lip Sync Battle, Jenna Duan and Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum and Jenna Duan's love story kicked off with a whole lot of rhythm. They met in 2005 on the set of Step Up, the dance flick that took over high school sleepovers and had everyone learning choreography in their bedrooms. Channing was the street-smart dancer and Jenna was the elegant ballerina, and together their chemistry was electric. Behind the scenes, they spent hours rehearsing, laughing at missteps, and learning how to move in sync. It was during one of those fun cast parties that things took a turn. Channing and Jenna hit the dance floor and basically had a real-life movie moment. From there, things moved fast in the best way. Jenna once said that Channing's fun-loving spirit totally won her over, and it's easy to see why. Their relationship grew with plenty of travel, dancing, and inside jokes. Channing proposed in 2008 with a hidden ring in a waterfall in Maui, and they had a magical Malibu wedding in 2009. Their daughter Everly was born in 2013, and parenthood added a whole new layer to their bond. Even though they decided to separate in 2018, their friendship never faded. Channing has said Jenna will always be part of his life, and they've both been committed to raising their daughter with love and respect. 5. Natalie Portman and Benjamin Millepied.
And while Benjamin had been the subject of affair rumors prior to his breakup with Natalie, whom he met on the set of Black Swan,
Natalie Portman and Benjamin Millepied's story is basically what happens when art meets real love. They met in 2009 while working on Black Swan, where Natalie trained intensely for her role as a troubled ballerina, and Benjamin was the choreographer making sure every movement looked perfect. What started as work soon turned into something much deeper. They spent long days in rehearsals, practicing moves over and over, but in between, they connected over music, art, and their very different upbringings. After one especially long day on set, they grabbed dinner together, and it was during that quiet meal that their relationship really began. From there, they were inseparable. Natalie's sharp mind and Benjamin's peaceful nature just clicked. They had their son Aleph in 2011 and tied the knot in a sweet California ceremony the next year. Their daughter Amalia came along in 2017, completing their little family. They've mostly stayed out of the spotlight, spending time between LA and Paris, and keeping things super grounded. Whether they're showing up to support each other at art shows or quietly parenting together, they're all about balance. 3. Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens met in 2005 while auditioning for High School Musical. He was 18 and full of charm, and she was 17 with a beautiful voice. They sang Breaking Free together during auditions, and the people casting the movie knew they were perfect as Troy and Gabriella. While filming in Salt Lake City, they grew close quickly. They practiced singing and dancing and spent time talking and laughing after hours. Vanessa remembered one scene on a rooftop where Zach made her laugh even though she was nervous. As their characters fell in love, so did they in real life. People called them Zanessa, and they were everywhere. Red carpets, magazines, and award shows. They dated for 5 years and broke up in 2010. Vanessa later said it was special to grow up together, even if they didn't stay together forever. 2. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson met in 2008 while making Twilight. She played Bella, a quiet teenager, and he played Edward, a vampire. From the start, everyone could see they had strong chemistry. Even the director said it. They spent a lot of time together off-set, talking about music and books while filming in chilly forests. One of their most special memories was filming a romantic scene in a meadow under the stars. They kept their relationship private, but fans could tell they were more than just co-stars. They were known as Robston and became one of the most loved young couples. But being famous and in a relationship wasn't easy. In 2012, some drama happened, and they broke up a year later. Even after that, they've always spoken kindly about each other. Kristen once said their relationship meant a lot, and Rob has also said nice things about her. 1. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
She might not take you, so she might take somebody else. It's 25,000 with Angelina Jolie.
In 2004, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were cast in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, playing a married couple who were secretly spies. But what really caught everyone's attention was the spark between them off-screen. Angelina, known for Tomb Raider, and Brad, already famous from Fight Club, had amazing chemistry. People started guessing something real was going on, even though they said they were just friends. Angelina later said they had lots of fun and laughed a lot while filming, and that fun turned into love. Not long after the movie, Brad and his wife at the time, Jennifer Aniston, broke up. Soon after, Brad and Angelina were seen together, and fans started calling them Brangelina. They had 6 kids together, some adopted, some biological, and became one of the most famous families in Hollywood. They got married in 2014 in France and even made another movie together, By the Sea. But in 2016, they decided to separate. Even though that made fans sad, they stayed focused on being good parents. Which couple is your favorite from this list? Let us know in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe.